You know when your dog sleeps next to you? It's adorable, right? Super comforting. But there's something way deeper going on that most of us, honestly, we completely miss. Yeah, believe it or not, it's one of the most emotionally loaded things your dog can do. And if you're just thinking, oh, they're just trying to get warm, you could be missing these huge messages your dog is sending you, like every single night. So let's get into it.
See, for any animal, choosing where to sleep, that's a huge deal. I mean, it's when they are at their most vulnerable. So a dog doesn't just plop down anywhere. They do it with real intention. And that intention, it really just comes down to two big things: trust and vulnerability.
Okay, so let's start with what this whole nightly ritual is actually about. I mean, think about it. Your dog probably has a ton of comfy places to sleep, right? Their own bed, maybe the couch, that super soft rug, and yet, where do they end up? Yep, right next to you. So here's what's really going on in their head. Dogs are hardwired to be super careful about where they sleep. Why? Because that's when they're totally defenseless. So when your dog makes the choice to sleep next to you, it's not about comfort. It's a conscious decision about safety.
And this is just, it says it all, really. Out of every single spot in your house, they are picking the one place where they feel the absolute safest in the whole world. So yeah, they're not just choosing a warm spot, they're choosing you.
Okay, so to really get why they see you as their ultimate bodyguard, we've got to look back at their instincts. It really all comes down to one thing: the pack.
Here's the thing. Dogs did not evolve to sleep by themselves. Research shows their ancestors, wolves, they would literally sleep in a big pile, all touching each other. This created this kind of shared alarm system. If one of them woke up because of danger, everybody woke up. It was a straight-up survival tactic.
So how does that old school instinct play out today? Well, what's so cool is a 2021 study found that dogs who have a really strong bond with their owners do the exact same thing. It's that pack-style sleeping. To put it simply, your dog's brain sees you as family, not like a human family, but as part of the pack.
But wait, this bond goes even deeper than just, being physically close. It involves a sense we humans totally take for granted, but for a dog, it's everything. I'm talking about their sense of smell. You have to remember, dogs basically see the world with their noses. So when your dog is cuddled up against you, these little scent glands in their paws and skin, they're releasing these subtle pheromones. Their personal scent starts to mix with yours, and it creates this sort of family scent. Scientists call it scent bonding, and it's their way of reinforcing, hey, we belong together.
And this whole scent mixing thing, it's not about them owning you or anything like that. It's a deep, instinctual message that's all about belonging. It's their quiet, invisible way of saying, this human is with me. They're part of my pack.
All right, to really get how important this is, you have to understand how ancient this behavior is. This isn't some new thing they picked up living in our houses. Nope, this is an echo from thousands and thousands of years ago. Way back when, wolves would sleep all piled up, not because it was cozy, but because their lives depended on it. Being in physical contact meant they could instantly feel if something was wrong. Now that instinct, it never went away. It just adapted. So instead of another wolf, that ancient survival instinct is now pointed squarely at the one human they trust most in the world. And that's you.
And here's what makes this whole thing even more special. Your dog doesn't just do this with anybody. This is a very exclusive club.
Think about it. Dogs almost never sleep next to strangers. And even in your own family, a dog will often pick just one person, their person, to sleep next to. Why? Because it takes a massive amount of emotional safety. So again, it's not about the spot on the bed, it's about the person in it.
You can literally see this trust in their body. When they're next to you, their breathing gets all slow and deep, their muscles just go totally limp, their guard is 100% down. And scientists have actually found that dogs only get into that state of deep, truly relaxed sleep when they're with someone they absolutely, completely trust.
Okay, so this brings us to what is maybe the most powerful reason of all. It goes beyond just trust. It's about your dog making an active choice to be vulnerable for you. Remember how I mentioned earlier about your dog pressing their back against you or stretching out along your legs? Well, if your dog does that, pay attention, because that is incredibly significant. That physical touch is the ultimate expression of everything we've been talking about.
Yeah, animal behavior experts actually have a name for it: contact-seeking vulnerability. Basically, when an animal sleeps while touching another being, they're giving up their ability to react instantly to danger. Their guard is completely, totally down. They are literally putting their safety in your hands.
And there's science to back this up. A 2020 study found that dogs who sleep while touching their owners have way lower stress levels. But honestly, it's about so much more than just being less stressed. It is a profound statement of feeling secure.
Just let that sink in for a second. Your dog is choosing to be completely defenseless right next to you. Not on alert, not on guard, just completely relaxed because they trust that you've got their back. In the language of animals, there is no higher compliment.
So let's bring it all together. What does it really mean? When your dog sleeps next to you, it's not about warmth. They're dialing into an ancient pack instinct. They're mixing their scent with yours to say, we're family. They're picking you as their safest place on earth. And it's the ultimate show of trust.
So tonight, when your dog curls up next to you and starts to drift off, just remember what's actually happening. It's not just some cute habit. It's this quiet, powerful declaration that you are their person. It was never a small thing to them, and it really shouldn't be a small thing to you either.